Hey guys, what's up? I'm Hannah. Welcome back to my channel. Also, welcome back to a new video. Today's video is going to be about carnism and why carnism is a problem in our society. I will be referring to the book Why We Love Dogs, Eat Pigs, and Wear Cows by Dr. Melanie. I will link it down below in case you're interested in finding out more about it. You can check out this book. It is my main and actually only source of information for this video. A little disclaimer in the beginning. Nothing that will be mentioned in the video is against anyone's beliefs or morals. It's just examples that are used to visualize the topic better. And a little trigger warning, which kind of goes with the disclaimer. Some information mentioned might be sensitive to some viewers, so if there's anything that you don't want to hear, you should probably skip that part. But without any further ado, let's just get right into the video. The first thing we're going to talk about is perceptions. And a little example in the beginning, before I give you the information about perception. Imagine that you're over at a friend's house for dinner and your friend is serving you a delicious stew. You ask your friend for the ingredient list and she tells you that the stew is made from dog's meat. You're shocked, but your friend was just joking and told you that the stew is in fact made from beef and not from dogs. But you still don't continue to eat it because you find it very disturbing that someone could eat and with that serve you meat from a dog. And that's what's called perception, which is us reacting differently to things not because there is a physical difference between them, but simply because our perception of them is different. And our perceptions are controlled by our thoughts and feelings, who then often determine how we'll act. So for example, we see a dog as a pet, something we would never eat, something we determine, or something that we often treat as a family member. While on the other hand, we see a cow as something that ends up on our plate and something we can't really see any different other than food. That is also called a schema. And a schema is a part of a perception, just so you know. And a schema in general is a psychological framework that shapes and is shaped by our beliefs, our ideas, perceptions, and experiences, and it automatically organizes and interprets incoming information. And so stereotypical thinking patterns lead to generalization. Generalization is also part of a schema. It's a very confusing thing, I know. And those stereotypical thinking patterns can be visualized by two examples that will follow now. Example number one is the nurse. When we think of a nurse, we often think of a female person at first, even though a vast number of nurses are also male. But this is not the first thing that comes to our mind. And the other thing is animals. The generalization of animals as a part of the schema is that we classify animals as inedible or edible. The three ends of justification are normal, which means, as an example, that most people eat meat, so if you don't, it's weird and it's different. It's natural, which means that humans are omnivores, so we eat everything, so why not eat meat? And the third thing is necessary. As an example, meatless diets lack a nutrient, which is wrong though. It's been scientifically proven that there is no concern that you lack nutrients when you're on a meatless diet, besides B12 and selenium in some parts, but that is a different story and a different topic. So the three ends work as emotional and mental blinders. They're masking the discrepancies in our beliefs and behaviors toward animals, and they're explaining them away if we do happen to catch on what's really happening. What that means in particular is something we're going to talk about in the next chapter. Also, the three ends think for us. We do things automatically. They're kind of a habit because the three ends just do it for us. They do all the thinking. They don't let us question things. We don't question things. It's just the way things are. And as soon as the system collapses, the three ends are recognized as ludicrous. And the goal of those myths, which are the myths are the three ends of justification, just so you know, is to legitimize the system, meaning that everything that happens in the carnistic system, from slaughterhouses to everything else, is normal, apparently, which is not. Of course, we all know that, but still people believe it. And the media plays a huge part when it comes to legitimizing an ideology or a system. And you might be wondering, why? And here is why. Our main source of information are the news, or any kind of other media. But the media in general. For carnism in specific, the media bolsters carnism by being a direct source from ideology to consumer, which means that the media often fails to challenge the system, but instead manages to support carnistic defenses. And with that, they maintain the invisibility of the system and they reinforce the justification of eating animals over and over again. Simply living by the quote, maybe, that what we don't see does not really exist. And that is simply by preventing that certain information challenging the carnism reaches the consumer. But when they do, the media makes sure that it looks like a 1 in a billion situation, something that does not happen very often. An accident, even though everyone who knows more about that knows that it happens all the time to billions of animals a day. So what does that mean in general? The media brings home the three ends every day, over and over again, for years. And if we don't start to question the system at a certain point, we will always continue to believe that eating animals is a totally normal thing and a thing that's totally okay. So why is carnism really a problem to sum all of this up? Well, carnism tricks us into thinking that eating certain animals is okay and normal, while eating others isn't. That's basically the main thing behind carnism. So I hope that this video was helpful and interesting in any way, and I hope that you'll maybe learn something new that you didn't know about yet. Maybe the entire topic of carnism is something you've never really heard about. Let me know if it was the case. And I hope that you guys will be with me the next time I'm uploading a new video. And have a good one. I'll see you then. Bye.